Still all do 93.7 to be H sounds real hip hop and R&B Saturday inside the 10th spot. Now, in the industry where conglomerates do it big, I started to do my own thing, the patiently waiting thing, where I bring in artists myself. I give them a chance, give them a platform to talk about who they are, what they're about, and let the world hear their work. This week, patiently waiting artist Cap, Mr. Cap. What's happening, bruh?
What's up, Memphis 10?
All right, so this week is going to be a little different, right? I want to say, I've been thinking about it all week. This one is going to be more informative to the youngsters out there, right? I get a lot of artists in here, and they're new to the game. They don't know the business. They're not seasoned. They what we call green.
Right.
So real quick, tell everybody, 10 minutes with Memphis 10, tell everybody who you are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Cap, original member of the South Park Coalition, but I'm known as Mr. Cap International because I travel around the country doing shows.
All right, so you actually have, you in your own corner, you in your own world, doing your own thing. How long you been doing it?
Over 30 years.
There it is. All right. So this is why I patiently wait this week. Is what you just say, what off camera, you said you are the what? Epitome?
I'm the epitome of patiently waiting.
All right, so my question to you is, why are you patiently waiting? Why haven't you, how come the big labels, how come the world, why are you still patiently waiting?
I mean, the main reason I believe that I'm patiently waiting is because maybe because of a few missed opportunities. You know, when that window opportunity open, it may open for half a second, and a lot of times I didn't take the opportunity or take the chance, and just what kept me in a position of just still waiting to make it big.
Let's dig in real deep to that.
Okay.
Talk about an opportunity that you missed for the youngsters. Like literally what happened, where were you? How'd you get overlooked? How'd you get passed to the next artist?
My first opportunity came, I was around about 17, 18 years old. We was being managed by, can I say people names?
Go ahead.
At the time, I had a group called, can I cuss?
If you want to cuss, cuss.
Okay, we had a group called the N-Word Under Siege back in the days.
Okay.
And we was getting a lot of coverage from Magic. Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
We
other
were getting a lot of coverage from the other station.
Yes, you can.
Before the other station that's your direct competitor right now, before they even came.
Okay.
So we was getting a lot of coverage from them, and but at the time, you know, we was dealing with a manager that wanted to convert his belief system to just, he didn't want to be in this business no more. So when the opportunity came from Luke Records, he tried to actually sell us to Luke.
Uncle Luke.
Yeah, he tried to sell us to Uncle Luke for $1 million. And a lot of people don't know this backstory, but Luke said, well, I'm already going to put money into the group, and I was going to bring you on as their manager anyway. So, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to get the money, get out the game. And so we kind of got stuck.
Bad management.
Bad management.
Dear artists, first way to get overlooked is bad management.
Yeah.
All right. On your head, what do you do full time?
What I do I don't do nothing full time.
You're
really.
full time patiently waiting artist.
I'm full time. You know, I'm working on my music, but I part time. You know, I do a lot of part time stuff, and that's, you know, working on computers and stuff like that, doing computer work.
All right. So in a world where even in sports, a person of your age, our age, we're retiring at this point.
Right.
Right. What drives you now? What makes you feel like you still relevant to what we call the youngsters? Because they calling us dinosaurs. They calling us old school.
Well, I just, it's my mentality. I never seen it where it's a limitation to what you could do in this business. So that's the reason why I keep doing it. And then another thing that really drive me is when I travel across the country, across the world, or wherever, you know, I end up running to that one person that just really bring me back to reality, bring me back to why I keep doing it. Because it'll be one person that'll know me in Belize.
Okay.
Like, and I know I don't have that much reach with my name or my brand, but then you actually meet the person.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I've been following you since I was a kid, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have even been thinking about rap music or nothing like that. I'm like, word?
All right, so let me ask you, what artists nowadays inspire you? Not the ones you grew up to. Who's out now that inspires you?
Who's out right now?
Yeah, who inspires you?
That's like
That's doing it.
That's doing it. That's
Go ahead.
honestly, I haven't heard a new artist that inspired me to rap or inspire me to keep going. There's nothing. They actually, I take that back. They do inspire me to keep going because there's a lot of the music sound exactly alike. You know, I hate to get out here and call them trash or garbage or like that because, you know, everybody's music is their music, but, you know, everybody sound exactly alike. So,
Dear patiently waiting artists, here's your chance to collaborate with my man. He says everybody sounds alike. If you don't sound like what's on the radio right now, they might want to get with you, right?
well, duh.
If they don't sound like what's being played out now,
If you don't,
yeah, if you don't,
yeah, if you don't sound like what they play, you know, over and over on the radio
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 times out of 10, you're not gonna get a break.
speaking of, I won't call them radio artists because this dude had like a cult-like following.
Right.
Tell me the backstory on this Wiz Khalifa, Mr. Cap thing. Tell everybody about that real quick.
Well, honestly, I never did want to make a big deal about the Wiz Khalifa Mr. Cap thing because I didn't think I was in a position as far as my notoriety to make a big deal about it. But when the
Wait,
blog.
do this. Because we said about it. For people who are watching, they like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
What we talking about?
What we talking about basically is Wiz Khalifa using the name Mr. Cap as if it's his name, which is that confused me too because Wiz Khalifa is a bigger brand than Mr. Cap. So I don't understand why he using it and having nobody reach back out to me to, you know, explain that to me. But, you know, I don't know why he used that name.
I'm just thinking while people watching this interview on YouTube, I could see somebody putting in the comments right now, why he gonna take your name? That's just exactly what you said. Okay, so my question to you is, have y'all ever met?
No.
Okay, so how would you how you figure he took your name?
Well, that's the thing. In the beginning, I didn't feel like that. It was just a bunch of people bringing that awareness to me. When I first seen the name, because I tried to claim the name on Instagram. You know, I was trying to get every way you spell Mr. Cap, you know, to, you know, try to have myself covered, you know, on social media. So when I seen that I couldn't get the name on Instagram, and it say that's Wiz Khalifa, I was like, oh, no big deal. He spells it out, no big deal, whatever. And then
How do you spell it?
I spell it mr.cap.
Okay.
And so and then the radio station out of LA, they called me. It was like, hey, what's up with this dude Wiz using your name? I'm like, man, I'm pretty sure he don't even know who I am. And I don't think it's like that, you know. So
They're building a story.
They were building a story.
But you're along for their ride though. So build it. I say build the bridge then.
I was trying to build a bridge. At first I wasn't, because I didn't care about it. And then, but I just kept getting hit up by all these different people that was in media. Then I got hit up by a blog site, and actually they didn't even hit me up. They just they blogged about it out of Chicago. And then finally Houston Press wrote an article about it.
Have you reached out to him?
To Wiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had several people reaching out to him.
No response.
No response.
Now, just taking everybody back. They say Elvis stole a lot of stuff from us, and I guess it's not anything new that established artists will reach back down and see what the underground doing or see what small town quote unquote is doing and just take it because it's still hot.
Right.
You know, they may have lost their drive, but they can live vicariously through, you know, where they can't touch anymore. So, all right. So, talk about your projects. What you got out? What are you doing? What we working on?
I'm going to relaunch Cap International. I'm just finally getting some people behind me that's going to, you know, have a budget, a good budget. And I'm working on an album. I was going to release the full album in this April, but I was told to push it back, not indefinitely, but I have a whole lot of other stuff going on as far as uh, different projects and reality shows and all kinds of stuff. So the album, it just was smart for me to kind of push back and also give me a chance to kind of perfect some of the records that I'm trying to put on the album.
Speaking of, describe your music. Who can I compare you to?
Well, a lot of people, when I rap, people say I sound like Bun B. Sometimes they say I sound like Slim Thug, which is crazy because I was around before both of them.
What's funny, no, my last two Patiently Waiting artists, that's what they said. Slim Thug, Bun B.
Right.
Which is, I mean, hey, that
it's not a. I don't take it as a. I don't take it as an insult though.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's in good company. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
It's
that
in good
if you sound
company,
like them, they've had commercial success, so that you can have
Right.
it. All right. So, what would be your next project out, or what project am I going to talk about when I write this blog about you? What song am I going to push?
You gonna talk about Cap International because the reason we pushing Cap International and relaunching Cap International is because even though I'm a Houston artist, I'm getting a lot of steam from different parts of the country about that record. And so we're gonna relaunch that record with a bigger budget, and we're just gonna push it out the right way because they say I sound like certain artists, but my music is a little bit more universal than just tied down to the Houston sound.
Speaking of your sound, speaking of who you flow like, 10 minutes with Memphis 10, we are wrapping it up. Tell everybody why you got the name of Mr. Cap.
Okay.
And then you giving us a hot 8, a hot 16, whatever on your heart. So look right in the camera. Tell everybody, what is Mr. Cap? How'd you get the name?
I got the name from my birth. It's my birthright. It's my initials of my real name. So that's honestly how I got that name. So
because where I'm from, Cap mean a lot of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, like when I had my group when I was young, they was calling me Cap Pillar, Bust a Cap, all kinds of different names.
Cap has a lot of meanings.
Yeah, it had a lot of meanings.
I have my own meaning for that word, but hey, it's all good. All right, here we go. We got about 10 seconds. We're going to count you down.
Okay.
We got about 5 seconds. Give me a hot 8, 4, 3, 2, 10 minutes with Memphis 10. Go.
Careful calculations, considerations, and concentrations. Verbal assassination with lyrical penetration. Word association, give a spectrum of variation. Narration, take notes if you can handle the pressure. Spit rhymes like 9 professors in a 10-hour lecture. Bet you didn't know I wrecked your line spitting perfector. Migraines and stains to the brain when you enter my sector. Texture with a 9-hit mind's harder than pistons. My range is deep, using more than peripheral vision. Make decisions with precision, leaving your vision blurry. Suckers be in a hurry when I bust with a flurry. Can't stir me, cause you will suffer the repercussions. I got lyrics from 85 that's up for reproduction with less cussing and more bussing. And no boasting, make way or either pay when you see me approaching.
Yeah, Mr. Cap, I appreciate you. 10 minutes with Memphis 10. Patiently Waiting artist this week. Tell everybody how we can find you on social media.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Mr. Cap Music, all one word. On Twitter at Mr. Cap 1. On Facebook at Mr. Cap 11. And just Google Mr. Cap.
All right, so here go the beef. Look right at the camera and say, Wiz Khalifa. No, don't do that. All right, Patiently Waiting artist this week, Mr. Cap. It's all new 93.7 to be H-Town's real hip-hop and R&B.
H-Town, Southside.
All right. Now look straight into the camera and say, you're listening to 93.7 The Beat.
You listen to 93.7 The Beat.
Okay, now bring the microphone over so I can hear you. That
This
one.
okay.
You kind of soft-spoken. All right. Ready? Go.
You listen to 93.7 The Beat.
H-Town's real hip-hop and R&B.
Okay. You listen to 93.7 The Beat. H-Town's real hip. You listen to 93.7 The Beat. H-Town's real hip hop and R&B.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Cap.
You got to top it up.